Multiple reports are swarming with news that Pascal Siakam is going to leave the Toronto Raptors because other teams are so interested in him, the Raptors want to trade him, or that Pascal Siakam himself wants to leave. But in this video, we're going to cover why the NBA is wrong about Pascal Siakam. Let's get into it. Welcome NBA and Raptors fans to Amateur Hour Sports. This is a channel where you get NBA content with a focus on the Toronto Raptors at least 4 days a week. That is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. This is your Saturday episode where we're talking about Pascal Siakam and why the NBA is wrong about this player. So if you like what you see from today's video and you want more of myself talking about the NBA and the Raptors and videos and content just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below to show your support to the channel on our road to 6,000 subscribers. You can help us get there by subscribing. Thank you guys so much for helping me hit 5,000 subs. And to celebrate, as you notice, I did finally do the head shave live on the Twitch streams. You can catch other things on the Twitch streams like NBA talk, like watch alongs, like video game content, twitch.tv/amateur sports. Link is in the description. You can see that events like this happen live. But let's get down to business for today's video. We're talking about Pascal Siakam yet again because reports earlier in the week came out saying that there were multiple teams who were enamored with Pascal Siakam. That was the word that like every single report uses a quote. Enamored. The Kings, the Clippers, and the Warriors were enamored with Pascal Siakam, which means they have a big liking. They're very keen on this player. They like him a lot. And I feel like the word enamored has been used this week more than the rest of the year combined, because that is just not a word that I have in my average diction. I don't believe everybody does, but this word was continuously used to describe other teams really wanting Pascal Siakam. And if you notice about this report, you know, everybody's kind of talking about how Pascal Siakam, oh, he's going to get traded. Wow, the Raptors drafted Scottie Barnes, so that's the Pascal Siakam replacement. They're obviously going to trade Pascal Siakam now. Everybody's talking about how Pascal Siakam's unsettled and all that, but I don't really think any of that's true. What I do believe is true is that there are multiple teams enamored with Pascal Siakam. I think the teams who want a player like Pascal Siakam stretch well beyond just the Clippers, the Warriors, and the Kings. And we talked about it last week. The Kings wanted to get Pascal Siakam. We talked about how they don't really have anything to offer the Raptors because, you know, Fox and Halliburton are probably off the table. And if they're off the table, I don't want anything that the Kings are offering. The Clippers, well, they have absolutely no draft capital to give us, so can't see anything happening there. The Warriors, they have stuff to offer. But what is going to happen in this situation most likely is that it's all noise. And if you notice, all of the noise is coming externally to the Toronto Raptors. Nothing of this trade discussion, nothing of this supposed availability for Pascal Siakam is coming from the Toronto Raptors. In fact, the opposite is coming from the Toronto Raptors because Bobby Webster earlier in the week in a press conference said that it's very clear we're building around Fred, OG, and Pascal. And all of this noise again comes externally. And these teams know that the Raptors have really no interest in trading Pascal Siakam, and that the Raptors, who are doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on these 6'8", 6'9", two-way wings who can defend, who can play offense, why would we give away one of the best ones in the league? And it's no secret, Pascal Siakam is a star in the league. There's 2 straight seasons where he averaged over 21 points per game, over 45% shooting from the field. He had a great season. Was it not quite the season he had prior where he was All-NBA second team and an All-Star? It wasn't quite there, but it was still a great season for Pascal Siakam, which easily makes him one of the best two-way wings in the game. That's why there are so many teams interested in him, because it stretches beyond just those 3 teams I mentioned earlier. The Portland Trailblazers will only run and bring in Pascal Siakam, and I think every team in the NBA would want a player like Pascal Siakam. So all of these teams coming out with reports about how interested they are in Pascal Siakam, all they are trying to do is just make noise and unsettle everything. They want to stir the pot to try to get something out of this. And guess what? When Raptors fans, when other news outlets jump on all this news and jump on Pascal Siakam saying that, well, the Raptors are surely going to trade him now. Look at all this interest coming for the teams. Yeah, other teams are interested in him. Other teams are probably interested in guys like Luka Doncic. They're never going to trade him. Now, obviously, Pascal Siakam is in no way, shape, or form anywhere near the level of Luka Doncic, who I hold in a extremely high regard. But still, other teams are creating this noise. They are trying to unsettle everything just to see if they can get something, just to see if they can unsettle it enough for something to happen in this situation. But it's all these other teams trying to start this noise and all the noise that we are creating. But we have to set it straight because the Raptors have never come out and said that they're interested in trading Pascal Siakam, but obviously they wouldn't do that. But it just doesn't make any sense to me why the Raptors would even want to do that, because looking at the team they're building, like I mentioned, Bobby Webster has been very clear, and Masai Ujiri has been very clear about what they're trying to do. They are bringing in an absurd amount of players who are 6'8", 6'9", two-way wings, can play multiple positions, can ball handle, can play defense, can play offense. Why would they lose Pascal Siakam? If they are trying to build a full team like that, which it definitely seems like you're doing, especially with the acquisition of Isaac Bonga, there was absolutely no reason why they should trade Pascal Siakam based on the profile that they're trying to give this team, based on the image that they are trying to give this team, let alone the fact that Pascal Siakam is an extremely talented player and the best player on the Toronto Raptors, bar none. This guy is the only guy in the team who's averaging over 20 points per game, and he's a chance to get back into an all-star team next year. He's been an all-NBA second-team player, something, that other great players in his position have not done. Jason Tatum has still not made an all-NBA second team. Will he make it in the future? I would say absolutely, but he still hasn't done it because Pascal Siakam beat it to it 2 years ago because NBA media gave him that credit, but all that credit has completely disappeared in the last year and a half at this point. So we really need to get back onto the Pascal Siakam hype train. We want this guy to be successful for the Toronto Raptors. I think it is in our best interest to be successful with Pascal Siakam on our team, and Bobby Webster has completely alluded to that thing being true. And another thing about it not making sense is that Pascal Siakam is coming off of, I still think a great season. However, it's no secret that was a regression to 2 years ago. So he's coming off a season where he has decreased his value. He lost that three-point game. He had it at about 35%, but last season it was only about 29%. But the 45% field goal percentage showcased that he got even better at finishing on the interior. So if he gets that three-ball game back, he's going to average, I think, at least 22 points per game, maybe even 23 points per game if he can get it back. But the question marks are there, which does decrease his value, even if it is slightly. So why would the Raptors want to sell right now when he is at a lower value? When you can play him throughout this season, you can get him better, because right now he's injured as well. You can play him through the season, you can develop his game, and you can get that value to increase. So if there even is a want from the Raptors franchise to trade this player, then there is no reason to do it right now, because this is the lowest his value has been in quite some time. Wait until he gets his value back up, and then you should go and trade him. So all of the notion that Pascal Siakam has been available as reported by the Bleacher Report, I would say never trust Bleacher Report when it comes to basketball, even if they have sources. And you got to pick who you trust. Just because you see something online, just because you see somebody say it, doesn't mean it is true, and the same reigns true for this channel. What I say is based on my opinion, how I perceive different reports, how I perceive the different things I read, the different things I see. And based on what I see, based on everything I have read, I do not trust the reports that indicate that the Raptors have made Pascal Siakam available. And I completely trust that other teams want to bring him in, but I believe that's just a tactic to unsettle everything. And then maybe stir the pot enough that it creates some tension within the Raptors organization, and maybe they will feel inclined to trade him. But Bobby Webster, Masai Ujiri have always been extremely calculated and extremely to themselves about, internal affairs. They don't like to make any noise. They don't like to spread anything. They never really go to sources. You never hear a peep out of the Raptors organization when it comes to, ESPN reporters like Adrian Wojnarowski. So I don't really understand where all of this comes from, and maybe there are internal discussions about the future of Pascal Siakam, but it does seem to me like, based on everything that I've seen, how I perceive what is going on is that other teams are just trying to get something out of this, but the Raptors really aren't entertained with all of these games. There's no plan in this present moment to move on from Pascal Siakam. It just doesn't make sense for a multitude of reasons. First of all, being that the Raptors are trying to create a team full of Pascal Siakam, so why not have the man himself on your team? And second of all, his value is just way lower than it has been in quite some time, so that doesn't really make any sense at all there as well. So all in all, Pascal Siakam is here to stay. People are wrong about how they describe him, because Pascal Siakam is a fantastic player. He's one of the best two-way players in the game. He's not one of those elite ones, but he's absolutely a star in the NBA. Other teams are obviously going to want him because, two-way wings are an absolute premium, especially ones as talented as him. So I would be completely shocked to see him get traded in this offseason. I seriously doubt that it's going to happen. Even if you don't like Pascal Siakam, I'd say get yourself ready because he's coming back for another season with the Toronto Raptors. Will he finish the season with the Raptors? That will remain to be seen, especially based on the way that we play this season. But all in all, Pascal Siakam is here to stay, at least for now. So what did you guys make of all of these reports surrounding Pascal Siakam? Do you think that Pascal Siakam's on the way out? Do you think he isn't? What do you think about what I said about him in this video? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below, because that wraps up for me for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you are still, be sure to hit that like button. It really goes a long way to helping the channel reach some new viewers with that YouTube algorithm, and also it showcased to me that you made it to the end of the video. If you want more NBA content in your life, you can check out twitch.tv/amateursports, where we stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We do NBA content in all 3 of those days. So if you want videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and you want streams Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 7 days a week of amateur sports content, you got to follow up to Twitch with the link in the description and subscribe to the YouTube channel on a road to 6,000 subscribers. You can help us get there by subscribing. It would really mean a lot. If you subscribed, helps the channel out a lot. Some other videos about the channel you may enjoy, and always remember, at the end of the day, believe what I say, and if you disagree, that is okay. We'll see you again next time for another video.